Hello and welcome to Hearth and Hammer. We are a family-friendly D&D show, and we are so glad that you're joining us this evening. Whether you're doing so live, whether you're watching the YouTube channel, which is completely up to date, by the way. I may have spent the last 3 days uploading 22 episodes that I was backlogged. But we're up to date on that YouTube channel, and you should definitely go drop us a subscribe. Help us get to 100. That would be wonderful. Or if you're listening on the podcast, which is not up to date, but it is getting there. We are happy to share in this adventure with you, and we hope you enjoy it. We are on episode 41 today. We have been going for over a year, which is incredible.
Same.
We made it to a year, and nobody died.
Yet.
Yeah, that's a goal of 2022. But yes, like I said earlier, if you missed any of our last shows, or if you want to go watch the story in its entirety, go check it out on the YouTube channel, or listen to the podcast. You can do !YouTube in the chat, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it just comes up as a timer. It may just come up as a timer. Yeah, Dr. Hill's going to try it, and it's not going to work. Because I just realized I put it as a timer, not as a command. But you can join the Discord with !Discord in chat.
What? The Discord?
The Discord. Because we would love to get to know our friends and viewers during the week. We'd love to chat with you, talk D&D, talk other tabletop games, and talk real life. So please join it.
And Ixley made you a liar by doing Discord.
The Discord didn't work.
Goodness gracious. Telling you.
I'm fixing things.
We were just joking,
I
guys.
just did it.
Oh, look,
guys.
it worked.
I just did it.
Hold
there.
on.
Did you just...
Discord.
He just copied it.
Copy paste.
Hold on. Can we name our bot Dr. Hees?
Worst
Dr.
mod.
Hees.
Oh my gosh, it has to be.
Yes. All
There it
right.
is.
Everything's working,
Perfect.
guys. It's fine. I just got to keep really close eye on chat today.
Yeah, really close eye anytime somebody does that. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working, because it definitely shows that it should be working.
We'll figure that
So-
out.
Is it Stream Elements?
It is Stream
Probably.
Elements.
We had an issue with Stream Elements, so they're not on Pad 2. Same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll see then. Well, anyway, hey, there's some links. We'll throw them in there later as well, because apparently they're not working. So my bad. But yeah, check us out. You can also watch us live on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/hearthandhammer. You can find the podcast at anchor.fm/hearthandhammer, or wherever you find those podcasts that you listen to. And be sure also to check out the amazing music and sound effects that we are continuing to use, provided by Monument Studios. That's monumentstudios.net. They have the best royalty-free music and sound effects for your tabletop gaming needs. I'm not just saying that. They really are amazing. And they just came out with a whole new bundle. It's awesome. Full, like, orchestra and... like Foley art, sound effects, actual recordings out in the forest, whatever. It's amazing. Real ghost sounds, stuff like that.
I actually had it on my computer to purchase the bundle. I knew they were coming out with some new stuff, so I waited so I could get the bundle, because we're going to use it for our I'm going to feed it to Jeff.
I know.
So,
I need to get the
Niels.
new bundle as well. So
Yeah, so that he can
Feed me.
so that we can use it for our in-person tabletop game. So
monumentstudios.net though is the place to get it. Shout out to all our friends in chat. We've got Ixley, we have Riot Queen, we have Yoshi, then we have all of our lovely players and our mod extraordinaire, Mrs. Reborn Crusader. Thank you so much for being here. So I think that's it, guys. I think that's all we have.
Right.
I think it's time to get started in this full party. Because unfortunately, real life called, and Austin is stepping away for now. So
For now.
Rowan will be not be with us. But with that, join us by the hearth as we forge a new adventure. All right. So last time on Hearth and Hammer, having met with Manicanth, the Sapphire Gem Dragon and Lord of Blueholt, the adventurers returned to their quarters to discuss their quest and enjoy some downtime. After a quiet night, the crew were awakened by horns, alarms from the walls of Blueholt that something was amiss. Rushing to the clamor, the heroes jumped to help an incoming party being attacked. Weird half-spider, half-drow creatures and warping white and blue spiders were harassing two travelers on the road outside of Blueholt. After a daring rescue, the party discovered the travelers included Skrit, their kobold companion from days of old, and an older gnome, who they learned was named Sir Linus Dunwallop. As they returned to their chambers to talk to Skrit and Sir Linus, the elder gnome informed the group that he came with grave news, specifically for Rowan. Sir Linus, in his quest to fight the machinations of the criminal organization known as the Myriad, discovered that Rowan's sister was alive, and that if Rowan hoped to rescue her, he must leave with Sir Linus in order to have a chance at finding her. Rowan, facing a difficult decision, made the only decision he really could was to go for his family. A somber mood finds the party blinking as Rowan and Sir Linus disappear in a flash of arcane teleportation. So, heroes of Hupperdook, what are you doing?
Can you believe that? He just leaves us like that?
It'll be all right.
Well, I'm telling you, the next time I get my hands on that bard's neck, I'm going to just wring it.
Is that going to be before or after you give him a hug?
I'm not going to hug him. I'm going to kill him.
Probably daring.
Running off like that.
Yeah, but you're going to kill him before or after you give him a hug?
It would be daring.
Daring.
Most likely daring the hug. Yes.
I reach over and I punch both of them. Just both Pete and Jace.
Nice.
I don't hug.
When you punch Pete, Anwin kind of like hops off his shoulder, like to not be disturbed by the punch, and she kind of like flutters around you for a second, Theoden, and says, "It's okay, Theoden. I'm gonna miss him too." And she like goes over and like sits down on like a stone ledge there in the apartment.
Good gracious, he's gone. That's less healing I have to do to get him back up.
Yes, of course. What time is it right now?
It's probably, let's say, I'm trying to think. You had Skrit and Sir Linus come back to the apartment. I believe it was maybe early evening.
Okay.
It's been
Last
a couple
I
weeks.
remember, Skrit was definitely asleep.
I was gonna say Skrit was definitely asleep in the corner, and as you look around, he's curled up on like a pillow that's been like fallen off the like stone bench kind of couches in there, and he's just kind of like curled up, like totally passed out. You know.
Well, have we, friends? Have we eaten? Perhaps some food, and it will help us feel a little better, and maybe we'll get some rest tonight, and maybe third, maybe these kobolds will have something for us to kill tomorrow.
Aye, they better. I'm gonna start swinging me hammer towards them.
And they're ever have a way to find the drow we've been chasing after, then have, more things to kill.
I didn't the dragon tell us there's areas where drow were at?
Oh yeah, he's got a ways for us, but he doesn't have any leads on where we're actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow we can begin chasing down some of these leads he had proposed.
Wasn't he supposed to have some magic items for us?
Yes, that'll make us feel better.
He better not short us just because Rowan left.
And I'm
That
sure
should
there'll
be an
be
extra one.
great magical weapons to make up for our loss in the party.
Yes, magic weapons do sound good. And Lee's just going to be kind of in the corner with the short sword that he got from Rowan. Just kind of staring at it.
I believe I'm gonna get some food and probably call it a night. Unless you fellas have any more shenanigans for us tonight.
Is there a chair around in our apartment?
There are no chairs in Bluehold.
That's right. There's stone benches, right?
It's all stone.
Everything
is carved out of stone.
Can I take a swing at a stone bench?
You can take a swing at it, sure.
And as he goes to do this, I'm gonna say, Thurden, wait, just a moment. And I'm gonna lay a hand on it, and I'm gonna cast Stone Shape, and I'm gonna shape it into a chair.
Okay.
I rolled a 24 total.
Okay, I mean, you definitely hit this stone chair.
Yes.
Roll some damage.
I'd like to go ahead and burn my final level 2 spell slot for a smite into this.
All right.
Just because I feel Thurden would be that upset, he would definitely do this. Let's see. One spell slot, 2d8. So 3d8 plus. I'm holding my shield, so 4d8. Got it.
That'd be the most damage he's ever rolled.
Yes.
No, what I did to that Drider last time was the most.
That's true. That's true.
7,
He
6.
critted on.
I did like 130 damage in 1 round or something stupid. Let's see. 7, 8, 6, 3. That's 10, 14, 24 damage.
Okay, so you you see this chair shaped from the the stone bench. It kind of separates out like Jace's magic kind of almost like melts the stone around it, and you see a chair like it almost like it was hidden inside the bench, and everything around it just kind of sinks to the floor. You reach down and you put your holy energy into it as you're just feeling this frustration. Roll a religion check.
That is a 9.
Okay. As you go and you try to call this holy energy to help just obliterate this stone stone chair. It doesn't come. Your light does not infuse the hammer. In your anger, you're unsure why it doesn't come. But this pain and this hurt that you feel at the loss of your party member is, and the anger with which you smash this stone chair, it just doesn't quite come. You do damage to the stone. You definitely crack the seat, a little bit, and part of the stone kind of cracks off of it. You also see over in the corner Skrit jump up, kind of thing, and he's starts looking around at what's going on, but it's not quite the loud, explosive, energy infused smash that you were hoping for.
I'd probably at that point throw my hammer across the thing and just like scream out, you leave me too. I just throw my hammer across the apartment and walk my cell phone over to wherever I was bunking down. Just kind of.
I would like to catch his hammer. Just kidding.
And
yeah. So yeah, that's fine. You, in your frustration, you throw it over there. It kind of dents the wall a little bit, but just kind of like dents it and lands, over there across the room. So you just kind of go and like.
I'll be right back, guys.
Get down it, go to your kind of bunk area and kind of roll away from everybody. And
oh yeah, I would roll away from everybody, knowing that at this point I'm probably frustrated to the point tears are starting to come back, and I would just reach in and clutch the dagger that I gave him the other one of, and just kind of simply roll over and frustratedly cry.
Yeah. Skrit kind of seeing what happens, just kind of looks around and kind of looks over at you, Pete, and Lee, and kind of says, "Oh, is everything okay? Where's Sir Linus and Master Rowan?"
Yeah, they left. They won't be coming back right now.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He did leave you this. And I give him I don't remember what it was that you had. Was it the tools?
The tools.
Yes.
Sapphire encrusted tools.
The leather working tools, yeah.
So he reaches out and he takes it fondly and starts kind of unwrapping it, and he looks at it and he these tools are incredible. Oh, thank you. You said Master Rowan got these?
Yeah. He picked them out and bought them for you. We were supposed to give them to you in the morning, but I figured since you're awake now, bit of time.
Thank you, and thank you, Master Pete, for giving them to me. Oh, I will cherish these. So he kind of takes them, and he kind of goes back over to his pillow and kind of like lounges there for a second, kind of pulls his cloak over him, but you can kind of see him kind of looking at him, kind of like, touching the craftsmanship, very, my precious kind of, not quite as creepy, but just very much like, kind of touching them, being like, oh, like, I can't believe I have something so valuable, So he's very happy with them. But he falls asleep pretty quickly. Like, he's still kind of holding them, and he's just like back asleep. His travels with Sir Linus took it out of him. So, does anybody else want to do anything before the night's rest?
I think I'm gonna follow his. Lead, and I, make up my bed however I make it, and also go to sleep.
All right. We'll say with that, that's still a little early in the evening, but your quick battle and emotional experience kind of leaves you all a little tired, and you're able to pass out. You all can take a long rest.
Oh, great. Now I got to manage my spells again.
Yes, manage those spells. All right. So, you all get rest. It's not the most restful of nights, but you're able to get some rest. You awaken in the morning when Lene and some other kobold workers bring in some breakfast for you all. There's besides the kind of like standard fare, there's some cooked meat and some eggs and a little heartier breakfast this morning. You feel probably something a little extra for helping with the battle yesterday. Lene stands in the doorway for a moment, and anybody kind of wake up and move around, or do you kind of like?
I'd wake up at the smell of food, but I would start searching for my hammer.
Easy enough. It's still over there. You find it. Lene kind of rouses you and kind of looks at your attention, or gets your attention and says,
"Hey,
yes, we received a message from the governor and also from the lord of the city that they do wish, with this attack so close to our city gates, they do wish to move up the timetable of trying to find where these abominations are coming from. There have been scouts sent out in order to try to track where they went, but with their movements being more spider-like, it may be difficult. So,
just have to find their nest.
I will be close by, getting some things, and then I will return. And if you need anything, or if you want to make plans, I will be happy to help.
Hey, I'll wake the rest up and get them fed.
Okay.
Should be ready by the time you get back.
Turns and leaves while you all get up and get ready. Is there anything any of you want to do before?
In my normalcy, I probably would have made, grabbed plates and spooned a bunch of stuff onto plates, but I would have made a full 5 plates for everybody without thinking about it.
Yeah.
After I got done with the trance, I would have spent a couple hours with the dagger and the short sword, doing some 2-weapon, practicing some 2-weapon fighting.
Okay.
Lee is not super fond of using 2 weapons,
but he has a
at the same time
that allows him to.
he has a,
and so yes.
Yeah. Well, he has everybody can use 2-weapon fighting ability.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like using 2 weapons. He likes to either stick to the dagger or the sword or something else.
It's gonna be tough to catch something in that offhand if something's there. Right?
Mm-hmm, exactly. That's actually it.
He needs he needs that hand to make his unarmed strikes.
He's holding out to catch something and throw it back and punch people at the same time.
Yeah, if he's
after
2 things.
After Lee gets done with that, he's gonna go back to the room and see the food ready and sit down with Third. And
Heels, you can take a long rest.
Okay.
Third probably wouldn't be very.
Wife called me in there. They were talking about heaven and salvation, and my daughter wanted to say the salvation prayer. So
oh, that's awesome.
got to go lead her through that and explain what that was all about. So it was really cool.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Awesome.
So, you all took a long rest and woke up. Lene brought in breakfast, and you have, she said that because of the attacks, the attack that happened, that the governor and the Lord of Blueholt, Mancamp, wished to speed up the timetable of searching out and destroying these abominations. They've sent out scouting parties to try to track the direction that they traveled yesterday. So that is where we're at. Is there anything you wanted to accomplish?
Nah.
I think when Lee sits down to eat with Theoden, normally there's a pretty stark difference between the dwarf stuffing his face and the elf, sitting there using all the utensils that they should be used. And Lee at this point's kind of letting some of that go. He's not scarfing it down like the dwarf, but he's definitely not holding to all the rules that he's accustomed to doing all of his life.
A little less put together.
Mm-hmm.
So Skrit comes out and walks over, and he goes to sit at the 5th place at the table.
Hey, might as well be yours, Skrit.
Skrit, he looks at him and says, "Oh,
Do you drink coffee, Skrit?
Thank you, Master Theoden." And he gets up, climbs onto the bench. Obviously, it's a little bigger because, this is one of the few, quarters that's been carved out for, medium-sized humanoids, if you will, in the city of Kobolds. So he climbs up and he starts eating, and you see Anwen also kind of flutter over, and she kind of stabs something off of his plate as well and starts chomping on some of the food there.
So Skrit.
Yeah. Yes.
So we were kind of talking, obviously before everything went down with Rowan, and the attack. We actually were debating on whether we should open up a trade route with Blueholt and our surface area, and maybe get them some wood and other materials they don't have readily available down here. And these blue gems would be amazing to trade up on the surface. And I think I know the perfect person to be able to be the middleman to run that operation.
Who?
Oh, well, Wiltix and Brackle are they're just bogged down with work all the time. So I was racking my brain, and I was going to make Rowan do it because for the life of me, the pretty boy loves to run his mouth. But now that he's not here, I think it would probably fall easily in your lap there, Skrit. What do you think?
You would trust Skrit with this honor?
Hey. Oh, no, you see, you went and used the T word. Oh, my goodness. The rest of this band of merry folk trust you, Skrit.
Master Theoden. Skrit promises. He would do a great job. And I could definitely help set up the trade. Yes, the trade.
I know you do a good job because you'd be scared I'd crush your head if you didn't.
Oh, absolutely. Theoden is so
That's
merciful.
what we meant. Yes. Theoden the merciful. I like the way it sounds already.
Oh Lord! All right.
Yes.
Perhaps
Skrit
Skrit,
could
if we're
help.
gonna do this, you just don't make his head too big, please.
Skrit could help Skrit could help get them to. Do you want them to come to the Hero's Haven?
Well,
to the door.
I think at this point I don't. I would like to talk it over with the group, but I believe there would be a room available you could work out of at the moment, since we're down a live-in person, and it'd be a very easy way for you to go back and forth. We could, have the engineers that help set stuff up, with Maybe set you a good
Skrit.
trade route up back and forth between
yes.
Blue Hold.
Oh yes, Skrit has made that path several times. He could lead the traders, and we could find good spots for the yes. Oh, we could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. Although at some point I would have to talk to Master Wiltix, since I'm his apprentice. But I think he would like that, right?
I believe the trade would probably benefit Wiltix and Brackle as well, being that they also sponsor us, and in a way we're kind of like their wary apprentices as well. So I think that it could be mutually beneficial for everyone. And if I know Wiltix, giving him a few more things to tinker with is always a nice thing for him.
Oh yes. He likes to tinker. He likes to tinker.
Aye.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, well, if we make it out of here alive and we take care of these drow,
yes,
I think that it would be simple for you to do
Skrit
that.
has no doubt you make it out alive. No doubt.
Oh, me, yes. I was talking about you.
Do we need to you said we have to find these drow?
Yes, the drow, the one that got away. Remember when we first met you with Stallmast, and there was a drow.
Roll a perception check, Theoden.
It's not a 1, but it's close enough. It's 2. I don't add anything to perception either.
All right, so you've been addressing him, and you've come to be able to stand Skrit, but you've kind of like his excitement and enthusiasm for this has kind of gotten you rolling your eyes a little bit, and you don't quite catch his look when you mentioned the drow that got away. The rest of you with your passive perception totally see it.
Mine's a 10 anyway. Mine's a horrible passive perception too.
But you notice that he kind of shudders a little bit, and he says, "Oh yes," and he kind of almost whispers, "Oh yes, Ishul, yes."
Do you know anything about this drow that Theoden speaks about?
No, not much. He came to Stallmast. There were other drow and him, and they say funny words, and we followed them. Skrit doesn't remember very well.
Do you remember perhaps what these funny words were that they said?
Oh, they were maybe magic words. Skrit doesn't remember.
Magic words.
He's learning some,
could
but
you utter what they would sound like?
It's been quite a while. Skrit was younger,
yes.
and he was taken along with others from Blue Holt. But he was not nice to Skrit and other kobolds. Talked about bad things. Talked about his queen. That's all.
His queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the queen, perhaps?
No name, just his queen.
Interesting.
You didn't happen to ever travel with this drow down through these tunnels anywhere, did you?
No. It's we were taken. We were taken when we were younger, and then brought to the lair, to the Hero's Haven. The Hero's Haven.
Hero's Haven.
And that's where we trained, and they put the bombs in us. Ooh, he kind of shudders.
Yes.
Did we ever take the bombs out of Skrit?
Yes, that is how we initially got Skrit to trust us.
Yeah. He says, "Oh yes, it's gone.
I was a little worried.
What are you worried for?
For you, Pete, I didn't want you to die to the bum.
No. I thought you might not
cares.
want Scrit to die from the bum.
I don't care if it dies from the bum.
He says, "Oh yes, Scrit not blow up and hurt any of you."
I'd like an insight check on that.
On Theoden.
I
Okay.
hate you.
Roll an insight check.
Do I roll a deception
Ooh.
check? I guess.
Well, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, roll a deception if you.
Oh,
are
that's
lying.
a 16 plus 7. Someone do that. For
I
me.
hate you at this moment.
23.
I thought I had you. I rolled a 19, but I only have a +2 in deception.
Oh yes.
Persuasion. It's
I heard all
persuasion.
I
I
needed.
swear.
So it shines through that. Doesn't quite sound convincing. So,
Sure, Theoden. Sure.
Hey, listen, Jace. He's only one peg lower than you. All right.
Well, I must be pretty high then.
all right. So, you know, as you're talking and everything, Lene returns a little bit later. Says, yes, heroes. Do you require anything of me today?
Do we have a meeting back with the Lord to figure out what kind of gifts or rewards we'd be getting for everything we've done here? Is that supposed to happen today or
Not
Yes.
not today.
Oh my goodness.
But the governor, the Nilakantha, does wish to see you later this afternoon.
Yes.
Oh, is it just me or all of
Excellent.
us?
Oh, all of you,
Yeah, all right.
including
alright.
friend Scrit.
Oh, you heard that, Scrit? You get to
Alright.
come with us.
Scrit's like, oh, I get to meet the Manakanta.
Didn't you
Yes,
live
Scrit,
here,
yes.
Scrit?
Oh, yes, but I was much younger, and I did not even have a job yet.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Well, we are short one of our companions now.
Yes. It might be helpful. It would definitely be helpful to have you with us here, Scrit. So, yeah, we'd be
Helpful?
honored if you would accompany us. Yes. It does seem that he is quite a worthy asset. His apprenticing has grown him to be quite beneficial to us, I do believe.
You see him,
and just seeing how much you care for him, I figured you'd like to have him around.
You see him kind of stand up a little taller. It's still shorter than Pete, but
Yes.
he kind of stands up a little taller, and you see him kind of throw his cloak back, which he's kind of had around him the whole time. But you see when he throws his cloak back, he says, "Oh yes, Scrit has learned a lot from Master Wiltix," and you see he has this leather armor on. But it has some carvings in it, and you see actually roll. Well, let's see. Roll an Arcana check. A couple of you guys.
Come on.
That's all of our strong suit.
Yeah.
It's a 13 for me.
6.
Well, Lee rolled a 3.
You rolled a
I'd
3.
say 13 minus 10.
All right.
Mine was an 11.
I don't think I've ever rolled good when you've asked for an Arcana or a Religion check.
That's okay. You don't need to know a whole lot, but you notice these scrawlings on the armor, and you notice that it's kind of the same, kind of like scratched out, writing or drawing that, in the same manner as the icon, the symbol that was sewn onto the bag that Theoden carries.
My fanny pack.
Ooh.
Yes. So it looks like it's the same hand, like same kind of hand drawn, but you see some kind of arcane icons and runes and letters, kind of lining certain areas. Not a whole lot, but just enough that you see this armor, this leather armor kind of on it, and you see at his belt he has his tools. He has his new sapphire tools in one side on some little pegs on his belt, and you see actually on his gauntlets, on his arms, he has some leather gauntlets that were kind of covered. And you see actually there's some like metal that is kind of in some of them, and it's a little more impressive. He also has, like I said, some tools. He has a couple of daggers, and then kind of behind his back he has a crossbow there. So he has come a little bit more prepared than you last remembered him.
Wow, Scrit, that armor is very impressive. Did you make all of this yourself?
Oh yes, with Master Wiltix's help. Is part of my apprenticeship.
Yes.
I learned to.
And I see there are some arcane symbols. Yes. What do those do?
Oh yes. They help the armor make it extra special. Yeah.
Old man Wiltix just gave this to you.
Oh no.
For work.
No, he didn't. He didn't give it to me. I made it with his help.
For free.
Well, I'm his apprentice.
Oh, Wiltix getting soft in his old age. I don't think he's ever let anything go out of his shop for free.
Well, I work for Master Wiltix. I do
So
lots of jobs for him.
We do lots of jobs for him too.
Actually,
and he charges me through an arm
you
and
know,
a leg.
that has a point here. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a
do all
stern
work for him.
conversation with Mr. Wiltix when we get back.
He doesn't give me anything for free.
I'm fairly confident he marks it up on us, Jay.
It's not for free.
He
like
knows
I
how
said,
much gold we got.
That's true. He's the
like
one
I
who gave
said,
it to us.
I made it.
Balance.
So
Yes, I mean it's true. I never made anything at Wiltix's shop, and no, I don't believe Thurston has either. So,
it took a long time.
He doesn't have the right forge. It doesn't get hot enough for beating little metal out.
Makes sense.
So, but yeah, he kind of like pulls his cloak back over him a little bit and says, "Well, if the Nilakanta wants to see us, we should go. We should go see."
Oh, Scadet, you got to learn. If you want to get on top, all right, you keep the people waiting so they know that you're the top dog. Okay?
Yeah.
If
Roll
you
a
just
persuasion check.
If you just come, okay, I'll do persuasion. I will take that. That is a 19 total.
I'm
I'll
gonna
do
roll
it with disadvantage. See what happens.
No, don't say that word.
All right. So he drinks in your words and is like, "Oh, okay." So he totally.
You got to let them
totally-
know it's how you really put them to the grind. You know, you got to show them that you everybody waits on you. You don't go on anybody else's timetable. So I take my time, crush a few chairs, get in a bar fight or two, drink a little ale. Then I show up, and when they're wondering where I've been, I'm like, oh, I had more important things. You know.
Lene, who is standing there, still says,
I figured you would.
yeah. She says, yes. Well, when in about 2 hours, I will return for.
See,
your
already changing the
appointment.
timetable for us. My boy
yes.
Scarlet.
Yes.
So, she
alright, so,
she turns and leaves and gives you a little bit of time to prepare for a meeting.
Now, Scarlet. What is there fun to do here for 2 hours?
Oh, we could
Scrit, is this your first time back since you were a child?
yes, it's been a long time.
Is there anyone here you would like to reconnect with? Perhaps family or something?
Oh, no, not so much. I can find them later. We we aren't quite as strong families like people on the above ground.
Surface, yes.
See,
right.
we're pretty much just family now. There, Jace. I'm Papa Thurden. You know, I mean.
Oh Lord.
Clip that.
I mean, I'm the.
Who's
Lee, how old are you, by the way?
Lee.
Oh, do you know?
I think you're the only one that would rival like my age because
87.
Okay, you'd probably be close to where Thurden's at, I would guess at this point.
That's what I put on here, but I don't think that's how old I actually am. That's what's on my chart.
That'd be like mid-age.
That's what I tell people. I tell people I'm 87.
I tell people.
I'll do a deception check real quick.
Thurden is like dwarves are still kids until they're 50.
That's a natural 20. So you believe that I am 87.
Nice.
I kind of figured you would have been.
Just kind of take it, it's like coming from an elf,
Hey, these young pups over here.
Yes.
So Skrit says, we could go see the waterfalls. We could go see the farms. We could see there's Skrit doesn't remember much. I mean, he played as a child, but it was childish games.
How does the socio-economical, sphere work here? What with you all not having a functioning currency that is based around any sort of real, tangible asset?
I have no idea. I think I'm getting where Rowan didn't speak halfling.
He says, Master Pete, your question too hard. It's too hard.
I have no idea
How
what
does
you just said.
How do y'all survive on the trade system that is based on, like nothing?
Wow, did you just?
He kind of like scratches his head and he says, I was really young.
Oh, that's fair.
Yes.
You rolled a 2.
It's a good question. Perhaps we take that up with the new Cancer.
He has no idea.
All right, so we got 2 hours.
You pose that question later.
Well,
You
we don't
do
have to
shopping.
wait
We
2
have
hours.
to wait 2 hours for
expediency's sake. Do you want to do any shopping? Is there anything you want to pick up? Okay.
I mean, every time I'm looking for certain things, and I know for a fact they don't have them. So
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. So, after a couple hours, Lene returns and says, "Oh, it's time for the meeting with the Nilakantha. Please come with me." And she and the guards escort you to the governor's chamber again. As you walk in, he greets each of you by name and then says, and Master Skrit, it is good of you to return, and we are to thank you for guiding these heroes towards us. And he says, "Oh, yes." He's like bowing his head, and he says, "Oh, yes, the Kantha. Thank you. It's Skrit is servant of Bluehold. He says, "Oh, yes, thank you. Heroes, if you still intend to assist Bluehold in this matter, we have sent scouts to try to track the spiders and abominations that were attacking us previously. If you are still set to aid us in this, we suggest leaving soon to follow the paths before they get too old."
Well, point us in the direction. We're ready to roll.
Yes.
Yes,
With
absolutely.
Ed on this one, honestly.
The sooner I punch something, the better off I am.
He says, it was good to hear this. It was good to hear this. What do you say?
I agree.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
He says, very well. We will guide you to the scouts and send you on their paths and make sure that you are aware of them. Young Skrit, are you accompanying your friends in this matter? And he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, yes, Lakanta. I am going to go with them if that is okay."
Skrit,
kinda-
are
he
you
kinda looks at all of
equipped
you.
to fight?
Oh yes. Skrit
We don't
helps.
need you getting yourself killed.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Skrit is
Then
you know,
we would
he's
be
very
honored
sneaky.
to take Skrit with
He's
us.
very sneaky.
I'm going to make money off your back. I don't need you dead.
We are
Skrit
not
sa-
exactly
Skrit
the
says-
sneaky group, Skrit, but we will keep that in mind.
Oh,
Speak
that's
for
okay.
yourself, Jace.
Skrit can hide if he needs to. Skrit has also learned some other things while learning under Wiltix. So
We would be honored to have you fight at our side then.
I come, and then when we done, I will help with the trade.
Aye.
Perfect.
So
Wow, sounds like
okay.
a plan made in heaven. Let's
So
go.
Lene says, yes, very well. Then let's, if you all would, gather your things, and we will have a squad meet you at the gates and begin your search for these drow and abominations. So, yeah. With that, let's take a quick break, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little 5-minute break. Thank you all again for joining us. And once again, if you'd like to join the Discord, it'll be put in chat.
Yeah, I had to do it because Dr. Heels did it last time.
Yeah. Also,
I'm on
you
this.
can follow us on YouTube.
Yeah. I made us a custom URL.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's a Bitly one.
That's perfect. That's
Versus-
amazing. In fact, yes, we'll add that in there. I
We'll only
seriously
need
don't
it for a
know
little bit.
why
Yes.
the timer. Yes, exactly. Until we get to our goal. So
Yeah, we'll get to that goal really easily. I know
So.
for sure.
awesome. Well, quick break, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
Hey.
Sounds good. I'll be right back.
Alrighty then. Yoshi, sorry, we were on our quick break for a moment, so we were still there, but we were discussing some other stuff. But we're back. So, all right. So, you all leave the chambers of
Before we
governor.
leave.
Before
I
you
have to
leave,
I have to ask
Yes.
the governor.
ask the governor.
How does Blueholt persist with a socioeconomic system that's based on non-tangible assets?
That's why
Says-
Seth took a break, is to find the answer.
He says, let us discuss it another time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Never mind, he didn't find the answer.
That's a DM doesn't have ready answer right there.
But he says, if you all are ready, we will have a scout party meet you at the gates.
Of course. We will leave at once.
Okay. So you leave and head towards the gates. Make sure you have all your things.
As we do, I'm gonna actually walk next to Thurden and kind of whisper to him, Thurden. Last night, your hit wasn't as strong as I'm used to seeing. Is everything all right?
To be honest with you, Jace, I'm not entirely sure. I was wondering last night myself if maybe Moradin hasn't abandoned me as well. So I guess we'll have to see if he comes to my call the next time.
Okay. Well, I will.
I wish I
If
knew
you need
more.
anything, let me know.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. Let's just hope my hammer and shield don't fail me as much as that.
Yes, perhaps it was a rough night, all the emotions of everything. We'll see how today goes.
Hey, how about you? I don't really ask much, but how are you feeling with your connection to Ray?
I think I feel good. I don't know. My connection to Ray's always kind of been more through my mentor, but it feels normal. I don't know. Maybe if us being down here is having some sort of detrimental effects on our relationships, on our connections. But as of right now, I feel normal. I guess we'll see the first time I need it.
Well, I could do with some heat to the forge on my face, so maybe let's take care of this quickly and head back to the house.
Yes, that's my thought as well.
Hey, well,
All right.
let's get it done.
Let's find something to hit.
I like the way you're speaking already, Jace.
As Pete sees them whispering, he walks up briefly, looks at them and goes, "Your fly is down," and walks past.
It's called a pixie, and then she's on your shoulder. What? Why does he keep calling the pixie a fly?
Yes, you think your druid would know that?
You would think. I think he was speaking halfling again. Maybe he started speaking halfling just because Rowan's not here now.
You know what? I actually understand halfling. That wasn't it.
Oh, gibberish maybe?
course.
I don't. Is he picking stuff up from Bluehold? I don't know what he said.
I think the druids might have their own language, actually, if I remember
I do
correctly.
not speak that.
I don't speak that either.
Oh, all right, maybe that's
All right.
understood.
So you reach the gate, and you see a squad there, ready to go. You're unfamiliar with the squad. It's not Dak's
Where's
squad.
Dak?
You see the squad captain step up, and he jovially mentions kind of like chats with Skrit for a second, and Skrit goes, "Oh, apparently Scout Dak is out tracking right now.
Hey.
But this squad is here, and they are led by this scout captain, and they're going to take you to follow the scouting parties and try to find where the spiders have gone. So
Hey, onward.
okay,
Who is the captain of the scouting party? Or the leader?
the leader.
Well, I don't need to know their name. Like, are they identified?
No.
Yes,
I need to know their name. I
yes.
need to know their
Okay.
surname, height, weight.
Yeah. I
need
go
to
to
know
them
their
and I say,
alignment.
if you feel like we're gonna need some extra stealth to get anywhere, just give me a signal.
Sure.
Whatever it is, let me know. It'll be taken care of.
So you notice there's, the squad very similar to Dak's squad, but instead of Dak, you see this other slightly more brownish, kind of tan-colored kobold, and he steps up and he kind of beats his chest and he says, "Icho." And so,
Icho, yeah,
Skrit says,
whatever you
"This
need.
is Scout Captain Icho."
Icho.
All right.
ICHO.
Icho.
Whatever you need. If you feel
is
like
that
we
what
need to sneak
happens
around
when
more-
I get a rash? Is that
Yes.
armor rubs
No,
me at
that's
Icho?
what your mother used to tell you in the mornings when you didn't feel like eating. She'd say, "Icho, breakfast."
She usually just hit me with a rock.
Well, that's probably why it sounded so funny.
Hey. All right, well, eat yourself and
Icho.
let's go.
All right,
Love
so
hearing
Sure.
Miss Reborn
where
laughing
we
at
at,
that term.
friend?
Yeah, I love hearing
the scouting party starts trotting off and kind of spreads out as you go, with the captain and some others going a little bit ahead. You notice there, still some scars of the battle from the previous day, and yeah, exactly. There's some scars from the battle with the spider and the kind of half spider, half drow. You still have yet to learn what those are. But you see, some of them kind of crash through the underbrush. You see the scouts begin to head off through the fungal forest here in the Underdark. And you see them following, so there's evidence of a rushed exit, of damage to some of these fungal trees, and you also see spider webs everywhere, as the spiders, were using them to climb and navigate, but they start to get higher up in the caps of this mushroom forest, so they become a little bit harder to follow. You travel for about an hour, and you're still following the kind of like linked spider webs as they kind of go in this winding pattern, going around trees and such, and you do come across another kobold squad. This scouts were inspecting what looks like a dead spider, maybe succumbed to some wounds, or was taken out by them. And they are sitting there and kind of waiting. You guys approach. Do you say anything? Do anything?
I would say at some point in the hour of us walking there, Thurden had kind of gotten Jace's head, and so I would like walk up to Scrit and say, "Hey, I'm really glad to see you," and I would try to cast guidance on him, just to see if my magic's still working.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure enough, you cast guidance and you feel the holy light of Ray pass, from you to Scrit.
All right, that was close. Okay.
He kind of feels it and he says, "Oh, yes, friend Jace, thank you."
Yes, I love how everyone else is master, but it's fine. Hey, really
He kind
glad to have
of
you.
alternates as you notice. You notice he kind of alternates between. Granted, you are one of the party, like you and Pete. Typically, were a little more friendly with him. But he kind of alternates between friend and master. Between all.
Only Thurden calls me master. That's fine.
Hey, Thurden has never called you master. You watch your mouth, Jace.
All right, that's all I wanted to do in that little meantime was test that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you're able to use it. Yeah. So. Okay. Anything else?
Also, while we were walking, I would like to find Pete and pull out my dagger. Pete.
How much damage do I take? All right.
Yeah.
You would be dead if it was anything like that. I've given it some thought. I would like to use this sword until we've conquered its previous owner before Rowan. And while I'm using it, this dagger's kind of doesn't do me too much good. I've practiced a little, seeing if I could do 2-weapon fighting, and I like to keep one hand open in case anything comes at me. So I was thinking maybe perhaps you'd have some better use of it. You could either use it as your main weapon and probably won't do as much damage, or you could use it as a offhand weapon and have a higher chance of hitting with it. Do you think you would use it?
Is it just a dagger? Is it?
It's
I don't really understand.
It's a magic dagger. It's the one I found at that warehouse way back when.
Yeah.
You've got to speak half.
Yeah. It allows you to be able to cast mending, and it's a +1 to damage and to hit. If that means anything to you.
I mean, I can cast
I
mending.
explain it
for
in
sure.
halfling.
Yeah. Is this the one that flip flops between being, tiny and
The
a
needle.
regular
Yes.
dagger sized?
Yes,
Yeah, all
the
right.
needle.
Is it? Have you found any proficiency in like throwing it as a needle and having it change back, or is it just?
Well, I haven't tried that. Now I'm intrigued, though.
I think you have to
I think you have
be
to
holding
you
it
wield
and speak a word for it to change. So it's not something you could do mid-throw.
I mean, I might as well hold on to it if you don't want it, sure. And I take it as what form is it in right now?
It's in the dagger form. I keep it in the dagger form most of the time.
Well, what's the needle form for it? How do you?
In case you were trying to sneak in a weapon somewhere.
What's the? No, I mean, like, how do you make it? How do you make it switch?
Well, once you spend some time with the weapon and you create your bond, you can choose a word to say.
All right. Well, while that's happening, can you change it into a needle for me?
Yes. And
Great.
Hey, Pete,
I
poke
say-
Jace.
Do not poke me.
I turn it back into a needle and flick it to him.
Poke Jace with it, Pete.
All right.
I
So
take-
you
take
have
it.
the. You now have
Like the
that.
needle and you caught it without getting stabbed. I feel like I don't know.
Perfect.
1 point of piercing damage.
No, you're about to get stuck with it now.
So yeah, so if you search,
I know.
so it should be
Needle of Mending.
Needle of Mending. So, and it's a standard magical dagger, so it should be in there.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, so Lee, just make sure you unequip.
It's
that.
already out of the inventory.
Cool. All right. So while you were doing that, the scouting party that is guiding you, and Scrit and the scouting party that you came across have been discussing. And Scrit comes over and says, "Okay, they have said that the path diverges here, but they believe the main party of the spiders and the elf spiders went this way." And you do see kind of up in the on the caps that the spider webbing gets thinner, but there's kind of like 2 or 3 different directions, and he and the scouting party that you're with start going on a certain direction. So, okay, as you go, let me get a perception check from 2 of you.
Before perception checks,
Can
if
I
I'm seeing
see?
spider webs, I'm casting Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, awesome.
I got a 24.
What's the visibility? Are we still in mushroom?
Yeah, so it's gonna be,
Okay.
you know, kind of it's more than dim, but it's not bright per se. But you can see pretty clearly while you're underneath these mushroom caps, because they all kind of give that glow from the underside of them, and you're
Good, Jason,
it's like walking
good.
under kind of like diffused lights, you know.
If I'm casting
got
Pass
a
Without a Trace,
tw-
I'd like to make a
24
stealth check.
On perception.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
And I got
I
a
got a-
24 for perception.
I too got a 24 for perception.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
Nice.
as you travel, you are pretty easily following the path of the spider webs, and you see occasionally little scratch marks where spider legs and claws, clawed feet of the spiders kind of like dug into the kind of soft fungus of the mushrooms, the giant mushrooms there. You're continuing to travel as you go, and you don't see anything else. You don't see any other creatures. You determine kind of like the passing of these spiders and the passing of the other scouting parties has kind of warned away any other predators or anything like that. So so you travel for another several hours. You come across, and you hear it again before you see it, but you begin to hear rushing water once again.
That's probably me. Yeah, that's me. Be back.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear rushing water. As you begin to walk, or as you continue walking through the fungal forest here, you start to see more evidence of kind of like the stone floor of this underdark cavern, and less of the kind of like loamy fungus kind of undergrowth that you have been walking through. And you start to hear kind of like the rushing of what you take to be the river, continued from further up when you first came into this part of the Underdark.
So we're wandering back towards the river from where we had ventured off into the mushroom forest.
With that perception check, I would say you know that you're not going back towards it, but that you are coming up to another part of it.
Gotcha.
Somewhere.
Okay.
So you haven't changed directions to be heading back towards the way you came, but you have come across another area where this maybe the river bent and came this way. As you approach, you do come to an edge of this fungal forest and start following a path that the kobold scouts are following of their fellow scouts. And within about half an hour, you actually come to the river itself. Here it is higher, so you are actually you wouldn't be able to just like walk out into the river. There's no sandy beach. It's more of a cliff, kind of a gorge, almost, where you kind of look down, and you see the river probably 20 feet below you. But it's a pretty sheer drop from the kind of cliff edge. I'd say probably 20, 30 feet, actually. As you travel along this cliff edge, you do come to a bridge, actually. You begin approaching this bridge, and Theoden, make a perception check with advantage.
And a
Like
dexterity
what you said.
saving throw with disadvantage.
Well, I definitely needed that advantage because I got a 6 on the first one, but I got a 14 on the second one.
Okay. So you notice the bridge is actually made of stone. And while it's not super wide, it's wide enough for probably 2 or 3 people across, 3 of smaller folk, but two, stout dwarves crossing at the same time. You see the workmanship, and you see that it is very, very familiar as dwarven craftsmanship of some kind. You're not quite sure, what kind of dwarven. There's no decorative, carvings or anything on it, but it's clearly dwarven craftsmanship, and it looks old, like very old. But with that's kind of what you notice. But it is stone, and it is an arch over the river going towards the other side. On the other side, you do see more forest. Behind this bridge on the side that you're on, there's not much of a path. Like, there's not a road that emerges from the forest, which kind of leads you to believe that this bridge has been here a long time, and the fungal forest, being what it is, a fungus, often overtakes roads that are not cleared, and so there's no clear road here, but there is a bridge.
Well, Theoden, this is your area of expertise. Does that bridge seem safe to pass?
Hey, it seems that dwarven hammers and chisels built it, so it's about as strong as you can get. It does seem really old, though.
So that was my concern as well.
Maybe not a very new dwarven city, but as dwarves can live quite old, and there's also some other dwarves that like to spend time in the Underdark. Not the cousins we really get along to. It's like the kind of cousin you really don't want around at your family get together. Yeah. They have those gray skin like the one we fought against Stallmast with too.
Right.
The gray dwarves. Just be careful down here. I would approach the other side with caution.
Okay.
All right. I guess I would move, toward the bridge and put a foot on it and feel the sturdiness of it.
I would start going right across it, knowing that it's
The scouting
solid
party
dwarven.
is probably along with Theoden, just kind of like going across. They kind of inspect it and then just move across it.
They're
Everybody
small.
roll.
All
I'm
of
just
them,
kidding.
you just said, are smaller than me. So
That's true too. The whole
True.
scouting probably weighs as much
Yes.
as you.
I mean, Theoden probably weighs more than you do.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Theoden probably does.
I would
So-
say, yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, but no, you're able to. Like I said, it's a decently wide bridge. It's at least 10 feet across, like width wise.
Is it a stone bridge or a wooden bridge?
It's stone. It is a stone
Okay.
bridge that is carved
I'll
in
walk
an
right
arch
over if everyone else
it.
does.
So, and like I said, dwarven craftsmanship. There's no loose stones. There are no cracks that you can see. You don't even see much mortar. Again, it looks kind of almost like it was carved straight out of the stone. So, you all cross the bridge. And as you are crossing it, you see the other side. There's, again, just kind of a impenetrable wall of large, old-looking giant mushrooms. Let me have Pete. Why don't you roll, and I'll roll for Scrit for some perception.
Is it perception?
Yeah.
I've been rolling so well all night.
And then you didn't.
Well, I haven't rolled above a 10.
Oh, okay.
So that's an 11 with my modifiers.
Oh no.
It's better than Scrit's. He did not roll well. So from this side, you were following kind of the indications from the scouting party. From this side, this part of the fungal forest, there is a lot more spider webs. Like a lot more spider webs.
Seems we're getting close.
This section seems taller and older, and you see almost what kind of looks like the webs are part of a large majority of these. Some between them as you go, some some of them are, on top, stretching across them. But it kind of looks like there's not much of a path at this point.
So there's a lot of you can see it, right? The rest of you all see how dangerous this is. What's the plan? Do I just start blasting, try to get through here, or should we keep a lower profile and potentially get caught?
I mean, we're this far in. If we don't see another way, then I think we blast.
Yeah, all
That's my
right.
vote.
Scouting party, which way does it look like you feel like is the best way to start going?
As you turn to talk to them, you do see Scrit and the Captain Icho are talking quietly, and Scrit turns and says, the captain says that he believes that they came in this kind of south easterly direction from the bridge. He says there are some kind of fresh spider webs that he believes, as opposed to some of the old ones. But he says that it does seem like there's a lot more spider activity on this side.
You said they were
Let's
coming from
go.
the southeast or the southwest?
The path indicated seems to be going southeast. Like there's more fresh, like cutting a kind of southeast direction through and over the forest.
All right, so should we keep going this way, or should we take some of the older ones?
Well, I will tell you this. I think whichever one looks the most dangerous, that's probably where we'll find the drow.
Yes.
I don't think they tend to favor a safe route at all. Or I've never been around the drow where it's been safe.
Fair enough. And I just start produce flaming like fireballs through, like cutting down whatever I can.
Okay. So not fireball the spell, but you're
Correct.
sending fire as you
Whatever,
trip
yeah.
produce flame.
As he burns through,
Burns through
Thurden
some
is
of
just
the.
pushing through whichever way he goes.
Okay.
With the flame.
So so you're trying to destroy the spider webs basically that are in front of you.
Yeah, just cut enough of it that we can get through.
Okay. Easily enough. You're able to do that, and then between Theoden probably using his hammer to kind of knock some of the burning edges out of the way as they kind
Wait,
of
wait. I've got a better idea. Agni. And I just pick him up and start walking.
Is he fiery?
Yeah, he'd be on fire. Yeah.
Okay, spirit right now?
Yeah.
So you send Agni in front of you as a fiery spirit, and as he gets close to them, he starts it starts to kind of burn the thing. So you kind of see him like hopping from path to path, and easily enough, you start carving a path through.
Tell Mozilla to get the straighter path.
Wait, you can't go straight for path. There's not a path if we go straight. It's just more giant mushroom trees.
All right. As you go, are you trying to do this again stealthily?
My name is Theoden Dawnbreaker. I don't do anything stealthily.
Carefully, mindfully, I would say,
okay.
is probably the best.
So here's what I would say. Path without a trace lasts what, an hour?
Yeah, it was an hour. It's over now.
Okay, so it would definitely be over by now. I would say that as you are going, you probably, as you're going and setting things on fire, you probably would roll with disadvantage.
Roll for what? Disadvantage.
Roll stealth with disadvantage.
Oh, okay, gotcha. We're gonna find another 20. Goodness gracious! With all the dice that I own.
I got a bag here you can borrow some from.
Hey, it's not bad. 15.
Okay, 15 with disadvantage. So you're being pretty careful with Agni, and you're kind of helping command him to go in a certain direction. You've not caught any of the larger fungal trees on fire or anything. So yeah, you're able to go fairly cautiously through, and not cause quite a big stir. So you continue traveling on, and you are going to as you go, you do see the scouting party looking a lot more nervous, like they are a lot further than they've gone from Blue Holt. As you kind of recall, there were lots of blue, crystal formations when you were really close to Blue Holt, and they started to get further. They started to get fewer as you got further away, and here there are none. As you are about half a day's journey from Blue Holt at this point.
Theoden would probably put his hand on Icho's shoulder and been like, "It's all right. Trust me, nothing will kill you with us around, except me."
Hey guys.
He kind
Not
of
quickly,
looks
anyway.
at you, and he you can't quite tell if he
welcome
understood
back.
what you said or if he
No.
But he's a little reassured, All right, let me have Lee. Were you back?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Lee, why don't you and Pete No, you and Theoden roll perception checks.
What's going on right now? Just wondering. 17 for me.
Okay.
9.
You all crossed a bridge. There was no road, but there was a dwarven stone bridge that you came across, and the river was actually about 20, 30 feet below you, so you kind of cliffs on both sides, where the fungal forest came up right to the edge, and then there was this bridge. On this other side, there are much larger, older-looking fungal trees, and there's a lot more spiderwebs. They kind of almost like the entire forest seems covered in them. You found some newer, fresher spiderwebs, and Agni has been burning away through them for you. And now you have rolled perception. Now, what was yours, Theoden?
9.
Okay. I didn't even say disadvantage. Okay.
I haven't rolled the 1 yet.
Okay, all right, good. So, as you are going, you do see, again, more evidence of these spiders. You begin to see corpses of other creatures that were kind of mummified by spiders. Typical things that you see, when spiders have caught prey and left them there, More evidence of such. What... are you still having Agni kind of burn your way through?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You
As
get
much
the
as
sense.
as much as we need to make a path, he'll be making a path.
Sure. You get the sense, that this is an older part of the fungal forest. Something not as cleared away as often. As you walk through this part of the forest, you feel that sense that maybe you're being watched. But you turn. You don't see anything. You begin to hear maybe skitterings, or what you think could be skitterings. But you don't see anything. As you continue through the fungal forest, you hear a loud screech about 10 feet off. It's you're familiar with the sound now as one of the screeching mushroom spores that alert when someone enters the proximity. With this loud sound, you begin to hear clicking, and you begin to
That's not
to
great.
see
I'm going to go ahead and pass Long Strider on myself.
Long Strider. Okay.
Yep.
You begin to hear clicking, and you begin to see the kind of like connected tops of these large fungal trees begin to move back and forth. You sense things are moving within the branches. And while you're unsure what is coming, something is coming. 1 second.
All right.
Sure, the rest of the party is alerted by the screaming.
Yes. Everyone. everyone immediately is covering your ears and looking around. It's pretty easy. You do see it.
Is that you, Rowan?
Okay.
Oh dear.
It looks like it's time for a fight.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out the sword and ready it.
Okay. So you're pulling out the sword.
To take a dodge action? I don't know if you'll allow it.
Sure, I'll allow it. You
Okay.
With your preternatural awareness, you begin to kind of like move in a pattern that you feel pretty confident you could try to dodge any incoming attack. Or I'll say you kind of hold a dodge action. So
I just whip out my hammer and I'm just ready to throw my shield up, say its word, and get to smashing.
And as these, we can kind of hear everything happening. I will cast Bless on those three.
Okay.
What a cleric using like buffing spells for his party? What?
I don't know. We do this. Just feeling very sentimental today.
Is Jason doppelganger right now? I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Did he get left back in Blue Hole? What is going on here?
No, I just finally feel like I have enough spell slots. That
I was just expecting to see guiding bolts come flying by my head is all.
No, that's the rest of combat. I gave you your one.
Right.
The one. We get the one.
Okay, 1 second.
Ooh, he's putting the 35 enemies on owlbear for us right now.
Yeah.
He's like, no, here's an owlbear, guys. Ignore the 35 enemies. You don't see them yet.
Yeah, that's just a 35 visible enemies.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
As you notice
the
these
other
35,
50
you hear
hidden enemies.
You hear scuffling off of the map. Wait, what? What do you mean I hear scuffling? There's too many.
Exactly. Okay.
Sounds a lot like tap dancers in the hallway, except it's giant spiders.
You, as you're going, okay, you see in front of you one of the scouting kobolds. He's kind of, ahead and about 10 feet out from you. You see webbing shoot from somewhere you don't know. And it sticks to him. And he cries in alarm. And I need you all to roll for initiative.
One dice, don't fail me now.
Take my rightful place at the end of initiative.
At the end of
It
initiative.
seems like
an 11 for me.
No, sir. It looks at this point you might be in the front.
Oh, wow. Come on, I roll a nat 20 and I'm still at the end, and I roll 11, I'm gonna be at the front.
Well, Lee rolled a 9. I rolled the 7 plus 1, so 8.
Hold on 1 second while I pull that up.
You've got an 11, so it's up to Pete at this point.
Good thing I rolled above a
been
10
rolling
this
under
Oh.
time.
Oh, all right.
No.
But he has a -2.
Yeah, right.
All right, there is an owlbear for you.
I knew it. That's what he was doing, guys. Why is this red person on here on the left? What are you doing to
Oh
me?
my goodness.
Why?
I can fix that.
Yes, thank you.
Get out of here.
Why you do this to
Wait,
me?
we need a spread icon.
I know it. Hold
That
on.
felt so rude, but it also gave me so much joy.
So
God.
much joy. Get out of here.
I hope he's watching. And he's just like, you're getting it next time I see you, Colin.
Yeah.
So, come on now. Don't do that.
What is going on right now?
That was me trying to move something.
Scrit instantly shows us where all the enemies are at.
No, not quite.
Guy could try.
All right. My All right. Show me where you guys are at.
Which direction are we heading from, left to right?
Yeah, left to right.
Okay, I would be in the front, wherever.
Same.
Yeah, I was gonna say me and Lee are probably right there.
Scrit is probably behind you guys.
Pete's in the front?
Why?
He's got an
I'm
agony.
burn the fires.
Oh.
Well, you think I'm staying
I would
back?
still be like, I would be at the tail, kind of keep an eye on behind us and stuff as well.
That kobold doesn't look healthy.
These guys are wild.
I think that top kobold's dead for sure. For sure, he does not look healthy.
I'm just looking at this.
Oh, I just realized no one can see what we're talking about on stream.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. They're
What's
probably
the,
like,
what's the
"What?"
leaf there?
That's agony.
Okay.
That way you can have an actual token.
Perfect. Okay. So, let me change over to the map. One moment.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Dr. Hughes. That will never get old, man. Because you
I
did it to
know.
yourself.
Okay. So, let's see. Okay, perfect. Got the right encounter up, guys. Sorry. One second.
Our map system, our viewable map system, is brought to us by Owlbear Rodeo.
That's right.
A fantastic system in which you can name, colorize, and even utilize the Fog of War by importing your own maps from wherever you get them. I have enjoyed using it the past couple of weeks. It's been super helpful.
Yeah, it really is. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So you see no spiders, but you see webbing out of the darkness overhead shoot down, and you see this spider, or this kobold here. Not that one. Let's do this a little easier. Is trapped in webbing. And with that, you hear clittering and skittering all over the place. Before you have a chance to react, what was your initiative source?
11.
11.
8.
8. Dude. Okay. Pete.
8.
20.
I rolled close to
20.
the monk, so I'm good.
Lee.
9.
9. And let's see what Scrit is. Scrit. Hold on. He has a plus to his.
Must be nice.
Scrit gets to go first.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Scrit's. He's been buffed a little bit.
A little bit. Which one's script, by the way?
Scrit is the one behind you
Okay.
in the party.
Got you.
Yes. He got a 21. Okay. So, but before everything, surprise rounds, you get to see who else gets hit by some webbing. Guys, I got 2 natural 20s, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
I can't roll above a 10. DM rolls 2 natural 20s. That's cool. Let's go.
Yep.
Well, I
It's gonna be good.
rolled a lot of dice real quick, so that's just for webbings incoming.
Bring it.
Okay, hold on real quick. Okay, so let's see. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage,
There it is,
plus,
Darden.
But +2.
but +2.
All right, I'm done.
First
done
one
with
was
you.
good. Not so much. That's a 4.
I'm so done with you.
That's a dirty 20 from me.
I not only rolled 1 nat 1, I rolled 2 nat 1s at the same
Gosh.
time.
That's
impressive.
fantastic. I'm just saying that's fantastic. All right.
It's that swear word you keep using.
Disadvantage.
It's double punishment. Is my understanding.
Okay, so did anyone roll, or tell me what you rolled?
17.
Dirty
That
20.
would be a 4. A 4.
Oh,
I rolled
boy.
I rolled a 45
62.
on a D100.
That's still below a 10. technically.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, Scrit rolled 2 16s, so.
Can I borrow one? I'll give him one of my ones.
I think it's fair.
All right, so everyone except if you got a 15 or higher,
That's not me and Jace.
then you are still free. So Jace and Theoden, who were kind of front and back, you feel spiderwebs. You hear the kind of like hiss, kind of as spiderwebs come down from above and trap you all. As soon as this happens, you see Anwin kind of flutter up and fly out of the way. Pete, you manage to kind of dodge it. You and Agni have been kind of like alternating, carrying these flames. You feel like maybe kind of the fire kind of helped you kind of like maybe less of a target, as they know that it was something that would burn the webbing. But also,
It's just your friendly neighborhood spider.
Agni duplicated.
the rest of the kobolds actually also were hit.
See, I don't feel bad. I feel like they're dexterous creatures.
Yes.
They all
yes.
got hit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Lee, you were above 15, right?
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Dirty 20.
All right. So you have been webbing from all around you has come on you, and you see descending from over the tops of some of the mushrooms now. You see the blue and white familiar phasing spiders. These seem much larger than what you have encountered in the past. As you are going into their domain, if you will, you see two of them begin to glow. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna roll for randomness here. 6. Top to bottom. Okay. Okay. All right. So you immediately see 4 of these giant spiders, and 2 of them, and they phase out and immediately dive down upon you. Theoden, as you were making much jingling and cajoling with your armor, you see one of these spiders immediately in front of you. The kobold, who is further down, also sees one of these. Let's see.
Why, it's nice of you to bring my victim right in front of my face. I like them when they're bigger, too.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
easier to hit.
Oops. That is not what I wanted.
Man, that thing's got a long name.
It did.
Where?
It did have a
Where-
long name for a second.
Where's Rowan with his blaze spider dance?
Okay.
He's like, let me just put 5, 6 more of these spiders real quick.
At least.
I'll be done here in just a sec, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll just outnumber you guys 3-1. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Rowan
So,
promises the kobolds they won't die with him around.
yeah, exactly. All right.
Rowan is riding on the back of this thing. What?
I meant Theoden promising the kobolds, but whatever.
No, Rowan's on the back of one of these spiders, comes riding in. You guys thought I left you.
But now I'm here to kill you.
I'm here to kill you all.
What happened to that bean I
Use
gave
the
him?
drow from
Turned
the
him evil.
beginning.
Okay. Theoden, you are immediately attacked by
Good.
this
Yes.
creature.
Yes, I am.
Let's see. 1 second.
Hey. By the way, all of you guys, you're within 10 feet of me. Your guys' first turn, since you start your turn there, you get 10 extra movement, 10 feet of extra movement.
What did you roll on?
Sweet. So my movement's
Okay.
60.
How low was your dexterity?
Mine?
Third. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled 2 1s.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say you had bless, but yeah, I don't think it
That wasn't gonna help.
All right. Your shield, I don't believe, is out at the moment, is it?
No, because it only lasts for a minute, so I have to kind of time it because it'd be kind of
Okay.
dumb to just keep throwing it up every minute.
So it's on your person, but it is not out and active. So
No, so I'm at 20 armor class at the moment.
So you are carrying it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then only one of these attacks hits you. And let's see, it is going to do. Let's see, 9 points of piercing damage. And make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, easy. This is my bread and butter here. I'll take that. 18 plus 4 is 22.
Okay. You feel this sharp pain for a second as one of the fanged pincers of this spider's mandible gets through a small chink in your armor, but you shrug it off. You don't feel any ill effects of it. It remains there in front of you. And let me roll first. You see the kobold behind you all get bitten as well. And you see him struggle to break free, and he takes a couple hits from this, bites from the spider, and he's not looking good after that round. So, all right. You see the other spiders moving quite freely. They too actually, let's see, come down and make attempts.
Well, I made promises I couldn't keep, guys.
Yep.
It's not looking good for him.
Noah can attest to the fact that I'm the worst at defending things in games.
I'll be honest though, if they
Well, let me just tell you
if
that the
they all
natural
die-
20 on the commander only rolled a 1 on his damage die, so
Oh,
he's still alive.
So
For the
is this
moment.
our? This isn't the surprise round, right? We're an actual
This is the
initiative
surprise
now?
round. No. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, but I have rolled damage, and all of the kobolds, besides the... actually, the commander didn't take any damage. It was this guy right here. Okay, so the commander's the only one that did not get taken damage because you actually got attacked in his place.
hey,
So, now we are on to our first round, and Skrit actually gets to go first. He reaches up and pulls out his crossbow, and you see it's not loaded, but you see as he points it that this kind of magical energy comes, kind of loads it, and then he fires it at the one attacking you, Theoden.
oh, I need me one of those.
Skrit's level 10, you guys.
Yeah.
He
Skrit's
does.
level 15.
He does hit it, actually. Let's see.
Well, with a
what he
plus
does.
20 to hit, I think you should.
And he does 10 points of damage to this spider. He is not level 20. He's level 5.
Okay, he's level 19. Sorry.
Okay. Now it is actually Pete's turn.
I beat Lee. Yep.
Yep.
Pete runs over to this other kobold that seems restrained.
You
Okay.
have an extra 10 feet of movement speed. Over.
I don't need it right now.
Okay.
But I do have that. Wait, hold on. What
Perfect.
was it? 5, 10, 15. So 20 of my movement speed, but I've also cast long strider on myself.
You do,
Oh, good
yeah.
It's an extra
Lord,
10.
Dad.
But
He's
there's an
like-
additional extra 10 because I
He is zipping around right now.
You can't my turn within range.
Pete's
of
like,
30.
this is
All
what
right.
it feels like to be a monk.
This is what it feels like to be taller than 3 feet. I'm going to cast Fire Shield on myself
Okay.
and command Agni to do the burn spit
At the spider.
at the spider,
Okay.
which I should know by now.
All right. Roll for an attack.
That's probably gonna hit because that's a. What's my modifier? Oh yeah, that's a 25 to hit.
Easy.
I feel like Pete running with all that stuff would look like at the airports on those long conveyor things where you're like sprinting and you're not moving that fast, but your body's
But
just
the body is just going. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Oh yeah, totally.
Which is a D6 plus proficiency bonus to it?
Do what?
Unless oh good. So that's going to be 9 points of damage. And this
9
is
points.
DM's choice. When I have my wildfire spirit summoned, it says if I deal damage with it, or if I deal fire or healing, I get an additional D8. It says whenever you cast a spell, I could cast a spell. Never mind.
I was gonna say you haven't cast one yet,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I cast
You didn't
Flame
s-
Shield, but that is a
Oh, you did.
buff.
So what does Flame Shield do for you?
Flame Shield. I'm glad you asked. I'm very excited to use this.
Yes.
I will choose fire as the element of damage
Okay.
rather than cold. Fire Shield. Thin and wispy flames wreathe your body for the duration, shedding bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. Flames provide you with a warm shield or a chill shield you choose. Each of them deals the opposite damage of what they are. Whenever a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack, the shield erupts with a flame. The attacker takes 2d8 fire damage from a warm shield or 2d8 cold shield. So that'll be
Nice.
3d8 because because Agni is activated.
Okay.
But
Okay.
9 damage to that one as of now.
Took the damage and this fiery dart spins away from Agni and hits the spider squarely, and he takes you see the burning damage, and it kind of like that kind of like the carapace kind of like takes the damage and kind of burns into it a little bit. All right.
Y'all watch as the haste of my feet creates sparks, and then I am on fire.
All right, perfect. Actually, next up, you hear the spiders behind you attacking once again on these poor. They both hit.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure those kobolds are gonna die, guys.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him.
right after Third explicitly told them he would not allow it to happen.
No. Just the leader.
You know,
Which I kept
yeah.
him alive.
well, for now.
They hit me instead of him.
So you see, okay, yeah. So you see the one back here, who is, you see him kind of collapse as he takes a bite from the spider, and then you see kind of veins where the bite goes, kind of go, kind of. And he kind of collapses within this webbing that continues to wrap around him. That's the end of that spider's turn. This one does not collapse, but looks quite injured. Like he's not going to last much longer. So these damage rolls are low. All right, now Jace, it is your turn.
All right. Then I think I will start this turn, and hearing everything kind of happening around me. Jace is going to turn and see one of the kobolds being attacked, and he's going to quickly cast Guiding Bolt at C.
Okay. Let's have it.
There's the
That'll
Jace
be a
we know.
24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, totally hits.
I hate
So
that every
what's our
time he
best?
casts it, he rolls really high. Every time I cast Guiding Bolt, it's like a 3.
Well, you're not a caster per se.
I got
18
it,
points
though.
of damage.
How much?
18.
18 to C. Very nice.
Jeez.
Wow.
So you hit
was
this spider, and it immediately recoils away from the now downed kobold. And it's you see the glowing purple gold energy of this guiding bolt that now highlights it for others who might attack it. Anything else, Jace?
Nope, that'll be it for that turn.
All right, Lee, it is your turn.
I would like to make a strike on Theoden's webbing.
On Theoden's webbing. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for an attack.
Okay. And then I add a D4.
Yeah, we're one move in, and I just realized how I could have prevented any of them from permadying. Too late now. Already burned that spell slot.
So I rolled a 15.
Oh yeah, you easily hit the webbing without hitting Theoden. Roll for some damage.
That is 8 damage.
I forgot I was webbed.
Okay.
Can I
yes.
have casted what I casted?
You can roll another attack for me because technically it was with disadvantage.
It's lower. It would still be an 18.
Yeah, you still hit it. So.
Okay.
But thank you for your honesty. Okay.
Yeah.
Lee, what are you hitting this webbing with?
The short +1 short sword.
Okay. So yeah, how do you get the webbing and you just kind of like and slice it to a point where Theoden, you're able to almost like step out of this kind of like web wrap. You are no longer restrained.
You finish this one, Theoden. I'll get the others.
Thank you,
And
Lee.
then I will take off towards C, and I would like to make a unarmed strike against C.
This is why he doesn't have anything in his other hand. I hit for 45 damage with an unarmed strike.
That is a 14 plus a 1d4. That is a 15. Oh,
You would have advantage on that as well.
So
I do have advantage.
You have advantage.
I did roll the wrong one too, but it's not
Yes.
a huge deal.
did you roll?
It is worse.
What did you roll? A 15?
Yes,
Okay, that still hits.
but okay.
Are you up next to it?
Yes.
Okay.
I currently have 60 feet of movement. Since I started
easily.
next to So that is 6 points of damage, and I would like to expend a key point and deal
Okay.
an additional 1d6 damage.
Hold on a second. Let me get back to
I told you he was going to hit it for 45 damage on this one turn of the bear
that.
fist.
Let's see.
Mm.
So you did 3 points of damage?
And I did 13 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you easily come up. It's hurting and reeling from this holy energy, and you come up and you're like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And how do you finish off the spider?
I would like to just
Finish him.
kind of run up
I think
and
that should
jump.
be my go-to line. Finish him.
Finish him. I'd like to run up and jump over the downed kobold and just kind of
Okay.
punch the spider's head into the ground.
Nice.
And then I still have my bonus action attack. So I would
Okay.
like to then move to the other spider,
Yes!
To D. All right.
to D,
Do
make
it.
an attack on him. And
Flurry of blows.
I am going to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
Pete
Why do I
legitimately
even- why
does
am I
all
even
this
here?
prep. Pete does all this prep work. He's like, yeah, I got this, guys. Let me buff and all this. And I'm
Alright.
waiting for my next turn to do something. Lee just goes around and kills everything in one round. He's like, good job, Pete.
I rolled.
team.
I rolled a 10 and a 17.
Glad I could
So-
light up the area.
Okay,
for
so
you. Yeah.
one of them missed, one of them hit.
Okay, and I would like to spend another key point and do stunning strike. So he has to roll a Constitution saving throw of 13 or be stunned.
Let's see. All right, so that spider is stunned.
Okay, and he received. Wait. I forgot to roll my D4. So it's 11. I'm guessing that still doesn't hit on the other attack.
No.
But I did 7 damage with that attack that landed. And then I would like to take a stance kind of in front of the other kobold.
A monk. Good lord.
Okay. All right. So you are done.
I am done.
Maybe.
Right.
Well, he's got this third bonus action.
Yeah, I could run around and do that.
Right, exactly.
But
Sixth action. I could run around.
All right. So Theoden, it is your turn.
Well, as the webbing drops off me, I'm just menacingly laughing at this thing. For my bonus action, I'll just go ahead and speak my word of flame day, and my shield just takes off up into the thing. I'm then going to just grip my hammer with both hands and try to crush this spider's head in.
All right. Roll for an attack.
That is a 17.
17 hits.
And that's a D10 I don't have out. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and give that a good old divine smite. Let's try it with a level 1 here, just to see what she does. That would be 5 plus 4, 9 damage and 9 radiant damage.
Okay, so 18.
Yes.
Okay. As you bring your hammer down on this spider, the familiar and comforting glow of your holy energy does alight your hammer and deal damage to your foe. It is quite damaged, but it is not quite dead.
And as I look at it, I'm just like, oh, you've messed up now. Moradin's back. And I'm going to just swing. After I crush down with one, I'm going to then just back up the hammer and swing up with both hands.
Okay.
Colliding right into the bottom of this spider.
All right, roll for an attack.
And as Jace, can hear the crackling of the magic kind of being back, I'm like, get him!
19 to hit.
Yep,
Excited
you
to
hit
hear
it.
his magic back.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and let another divine smite into this guy.
All right.
And that is going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay. Finish him.
And so with the first strike, I come down and just kind of smack him in the head. And then as I come back after laughing at him and telling him he's messed up, I just come crushing up into the bottom of his carapace, right up under where his head would hinge to his body, and just kind of crack it and drive right through to where I would think the brain would be at the back of the head.
Okay. Yeah. You absolutely destroy this guy. And he shudders and, kind of does that shudder and collapses.
I'm just covered in guts where I've just knocked them all over the place. Hey, Pete, could you kill that thing so we could move on? And that is going to end my turn.
Okay. All right. So actually, we have the spider over on B and Pete. Maybe
it hits you and dies.
He sees you glowing, and he takes this attack from this fiery thing. He does not like what you have done.
The one Pete is fighting runs away.
So jacked.
It better
I can still move a whole 35 feet.
I want Pete to get hit right here because I want to see this flame shield go off.
Let's see. I'm gonna see if he has the wherewithal to get away. He does.
No.
So you see him reel back from this bright, lit, on fire little gnome and his fiery companion, and he warps back to the top of the forest here.
It's so lame.
And kind of just you know what? He's gonna.
Poor Pete.
He's gonna shoot a web at you.
I want to throw Pete up there just so he can get at this.
How much
guy.
damage does the flame shield do?
3d8.
Okay, yeah. Even shooting a web at you, it immediately just burns up as it comes at you.
I just laugh maniacally.
Yeah, yeah. You do see this small halfling. So, perfect. Okay, he just kind of hisses at you. Back to the top of the round, we have Skrit. Skrit actually. Theoden, you see him. He says, let's see. He sees you, Theoden, taking care of the one that you are fighting, and he turns and looks at Pete, seeing that you have chased off yours. He turns over to Lee, where you're at, and reaches out with one of his gauntleted hands, and one of the metal areas on his gauntlet actually crackles with energy.
What? Skrit's on steroids.
And he goes, and you see lightning shoot from his gauntlet.
Is this towards the one that ran away from me, or towards?
No, it's towards the one that Lee is fighting.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And he hits it.
How much did we see Skrit having to shuffle his feet to build up that static before he does this attack?
Not enough.
He's got that extra 10 foot of movement speed, so he was moving pretty quick.
He was moving pretty quick. Let's see.
Don't touch the doorknob yet, Skrit. Don't touch the doorknob.
Stay away from my computer.
All right. You see lightning shoot from his gauntleted fist, and he hits it for 8 damage with this lightning shock. So,
You know who we forgot, by the way, Seth?
who's that?
Anwin.
Anne was there. She is fluttering around in a tizzy.
Can I just yell at her on her turn and be like, "Hey, help cut them loose"?
She says, "All right, I'll do it." And she does fly over and starts cutting open the webbing on the one next to Pete. So
And I'm like, if you don't mind.
I've got you. Don't worry. I've got you.
yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what is.
Skrit shot D. A and
Yes,
C
Skrit
are both
shot D.
dead.
Yep.
And B's a chicken.
And
It's a
B
spider,
ran.
but it's a
Poor
chicken.
Pete. Poor Pete. He's like, they're gonna want to hit me.
Yeah.
That's like, and
Nope.
yours runs.
Well, it had the wherewithal to realize this thing was on fire.
Yeah, you did kind of come into that pretty strong there, Pete. Flaming animal next to you.
It
Flaming
is-
little halfling.
It is
right
at the
there.
end of the day a monstrous creature, but that has instincts, right? And a glowing,
Looks like
on
fire.
fire being does recognize as a threat.
It's a Friday. It's a Friday for that spider. He's out. He's like,
He's like, oh, nope, not going to do
nah,
that.
fam. Got to make it to the weekend.
He's like, I got kids to feed. I got too many kids to feed. I'm not messing with this.
How scary do you have to be to make a spider nope out?
Pete, it is your turn, however.
Great.
Now that Skrit is
That's
there.
scary.
Which level is this? I'm gonna cast a third level spell on this thing.
Please land.
Oh,
just going
hold
down
on,
the list.
hold on. No,
Oh,
no, no,
all
no,
right.
just kidding. Yeah, sorry. He used an ability, magic ability. So
Okay. All right.
Go
All
ahead.
right. All right.
go ahead.
Cast a
Pete.
third level spell on this thing.
Do it.
I'm gonna say, you knew about the fire, but how about the moon? And I cast Moonbeam centered on this thing.
Nice.
Get him.
On B.
Yeah, the
Okay.
one that's running from me. The one that's afraid.
He's gonna be.
It
very
has to make
afraid.
a Constitution saving throw of 14 or higher, or take 3d10 radiant damage,
Well, he made it. So
Oh my gosh! You gotta. Be
or
quick.
half as much.
I think-
on failed save.
let me see.
Yes. That is what the
Yeah.
spell says.
These are d8s. These are not d10s.
Is it a shape changer?
It is not. But I do like where your head's at.
I just want to see poor Pete kill something.
So that would be 7 points of damage to it after the
Okay.
retraction, or the reduction.
It's been a while
All
since
right.
we've seen Pete like finish something. Like he always does just enough damage, and somebody swoops in and steals his kill.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so it,
Or I
it
get
does
shanked.
start to burn from this moonbeam.
Bonus action, Agni.
Agni shoots at it.
Spit.
Shoot at it.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Agni, go for it.
Come on. What is that?
It's
6?
not even Pete. It's Agni that's gonna finish the spider.
It's okay, we're a
He's
team. We're a
commanding
team. We're a
it.
team.
He's
It's all right.
commanding it.
That's another 17 points of damage.
17.
Yeah.
All right, finish it off.
Yes.
I'd like to think that the combination of both is
oh yeah,
just
totally.
the radiant
It's burning
damage.
in the moonlight,
mixing.
and then this like Agni out of nowhere, he like spits this extra large flame seed at this thing.
This,
Go for it.
guys, y'all don't realize how cool this is for me to watch the like material effects of my entire lineage finally kill something.
That's right.
I've made
Major
multiple
win for the day.
notes. I've made multiple notes in my book.
How does it
but
kill?
poor
How does it
Pete-
kill this spider?
It's the classic, like, as it reels back and screams, there's just a fireball straight down its throat.
Yes.
Oh,
I was
Again,
hoping
and
for
it's-
that.
I like to imagine. So it does that, right? It goes
the breathing. Yes.
through its mouth into its thorax, and you watch as the thorax turns orange from the inside, and then just
Yes.
explodes, and it drops to the ground,
Absolutely.
leaving goop all over this
Yes.
now burning, I imagine, poisoned
Oh, yeah.
mushroom tree.
Oh yeah, totally, totally. Amazing. Love it. All right. Yeah, you needed 16 points and you got it. So
yes.
There you go.
amazing. All right. All that's left is well, actually
Lee.
D.
Lee down there playing with
D,
his food.
Yeah. However, seeing
It's
all of its
stunned.
brethren.
Seen
Oh, it is
oh
stunned.
yeah,
You're
it
right.
is
It is
stunned.
stunned.
You're
It
right.
does
Okay.
nothing.
It
It
does
screams in
nothing.
fear.
It's
Um,
dead. It's dead.
Jace.
Oh.
Jace, it's Jace's turn though.
Come on, Jace, take the kill,
So,
Jace. Guiding bolt this thing to death.
First, before I go for it, I'm gonna try to like break free from my webbing.
Okay, it is an
That's there.
action. It is an action to break
You're gonna
free.
use your action.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna bother with it. Well, I'm just, like my staff that's just barely out. I'm gonna try to cast another guy. I'm gonna look at Skrit, who just like shot his lightning. I'm like, I can do that, and I'm gonna try to shoot a guiding bolt.
Perfect.
Uh,
Disadvantage on your attack.
Well, it has
first was a
advantage 'cause it's
19.
stunned.
Oh, the second was an 18. 18 plus
Cool.
8. So
Yeah, and you
No,
have
it's okay.
advantage
You
'cause-
got it with 19 because yes,
Yeah.
it is stunned, so you're right. It cancels it out.
oh, okay. So 27 to hit. And
yes, you hit him.
Golly.
I thought maybe. Hold on.
Just
Hold on,
maybe.
What's
just
your
maybe.
spell attack? Is it +9?
It's a +8.
+8.
Good night. That's higher than mine.
Yeah.
My melee attack.
And that will be 11 points of damage.
Okay, so you hit it hard, but it doesn't go down, but it is sparkling and
Just
ready
in the
to
heart.
be taken out.
Okay.
All right, Lee.
Honestly,
You're
Lee will
up.
finish it. Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's a natural 1, but I have advantage.
Yes.
It is and I also have
I can
blessed.
also have
Are
6
y'all
more
using
key points.
blessed?
I haven't
Yes.
used. I haven't needed to use
No.
mine yet.
Yeah, so I got
Whoa.
18 on the,
You hit it.
and then I got I got at least 18 on the next one. Yes,
Yeah,
I
roll
got
some damage.
dirty 20. That is a 9.
Okay, finish it off. Finish it.
All right. I would like to take my sword and just kind of stab it down through its head and pierce it into the ground.
Nice. Nail it. Pin it to the ground.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, with that, combat comes to a close.
I walk over
And I'm
with
still
the,
over here, like, just in my webbing with, like, my staff barely
Yeah.
out. And I'm like, guys,
I walk
seriously,
over
though.
with. I walk over with the dagger that I have that I had given Rowan the matching one. I just go ahead and cut. Jace.
There is one kobold who is down and one who is
Yes.
quite injured. Do you do anything?
Yes.
in
I'm
regards to
going.
that?
I'm gonna run to the
Yeah,
down
I'll-
one and start cutting him out. Then, just hurry over here.
Yeah, and I'll run over there and hit him with a cure wounds.
I'll say you guys finished him off, the spiders off quickly enough that you are able to heal him. However, he does go kind of gasps. However, he is suffering from some poison. You see this dark veins on his otherwise blue body.
I will reach out and spend 1 HP of my lay on hands,
Because it
which
cures
will
the poison.
neutralize the poison.
All
yeah.
right. You see the dark veins slowly subside as the
And I just reach out and be like, I told you guys, nothing to worry about.
Now, the one that got sucked up in the beginning, do we see him?
all of them got hit with webbing.
Yeah, it,
Oh,
just, it
okay.
shot out at him. It didn't
Yeah,
suck
he didn't
Oh,
get
okay, I
sucked up
pictured
from
it as
webbing.
he was like drawn up into the sky in front of us.
No,
I don't know.
not quite.
Maybe
not
my
quite.
brain played too much into that one.
Not quite.
Future reference, pinata style. Just yeah.
Mhm.
This was just a beginning ambush, if you will. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So you take stock. You cut everyone free, and you go to take stock of what's going on, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode. But you are traversing into a thickly webbed wood of forest of fungus here. So, yes, with that, thank you for tuning in. We had official Abel Garcia coming in. We had, let's see, we had Auntie EMZ coming in. Thank you for joining us this evening. Riot Queen, thank you also for joining us. We hope you had enjoyed the show, and would love to see you next time. We'd also love for you to join us on the Discord and give us a follow on the YouTube. If one of our people can drop those links here. Next week, I promise, Stream Elements should be working. But for whatever reason, even though I set it up today, it's not. So
Videos drop the links.
Gotcha.
Heels
I had to go
has
find
it.
them and recopy them.
Yep. So, but please join the Discord. We'd love to have you chat with us throughout the week. Send us some D&D questions. Ask us about, our players, whatever you want. Also too, if you just, have something to chat about, or you have a prayer request, drop that in there as well. We'd love to get to know you and pray for you. And get to know you better. So, all right. Hey, with that, we love you guys. Thank you for joining us. God bless and good night.
Night.